Hey everybody. So I'm currently up in Oklahoma, but I've got a story to share for you about what happened in Texas. So my friend Dave and I were camping down in Texas in Copperell, Texas. And I guess the second or third night we were there, we had a horrific rainstorm, thunder and lightning and everything. And at this campground, there was a river that came alongside it. And in the morning, we took a look at the river and it had risen considerably. But we didn't think too much about it. Obviously, rainstorms will do that. But, later in the day, we had been out. We were down in town having lunch and hanging out. And then when we got back, we found out they were closing the campground. They had already turned off the electricity. They had decided to kick everybody out because they were concerned that the water was going to raise so high in the campground. And on top of that, we were told that they were planning to close the road, the bridge that we needed to get across to get out of there. And so we had to pack up as fast as we could. And of course, that would be the time that I had trouble getting the slide back into Jackalope. And so we had people trying to help us get it back in, and eventually we did, but it was, sort of this, come on, we got to get this done because we got to get out of here. It's one of those situations. And so then we got out of there, but the next problem on our agenda was that we didn't have a place to go because we had reservations for another campground in Oklahoma a few days later, or actually 2 days later. And so we needed a place to stay for the night. So guess what? Crystal had her first night of sleeping in a Walmart parking lot. And I had said to people before I even got on the road, I said, I'm not going to do that. I know a lot of people have the capability to sleep at a Walmart or at a Cracker Barrel. And there are a few other stores that will allow that too. But I was like, I think that might be a little dicey. I don't know if I could do that. Well, I'm 1 month into my journey, and I have officially now slept in a Walmart parking lot. So it all worked out fine, but yeah, it was quite the adventure, really. All of a sudden getting kicked out of the campground for our own safety, which I'm sure was very important. So I'm going to send a few pictures along for you on that. Yeah, and so here we are having a wonderful afternoon out, enjoying some Hawaiian shaved ice, easy, happy-go-lucky. Meanwhile, the campground has been completely evacuated, and when we get back, we're the only campers left. And this is the bridge they were planning to close, and we had to get across. And so after a couple hours of scrambling, we figured out a good Walmart to stay at.